What's happening, baby?
Everything's happening.
It's all happening.
Everybody's so in love, but they don't touch or meet. Eyes are weeping, eyes all red. A bunch of flowers in the street. I love a millionaire. I love a millionaire. I love a millionaire. I love a millionaire. Champagne was never cheap, but I could pay someone to drink it for me. Never rise up from these sheets, watching time just roll away. I love a millionaire. I love a millionaire. I love a millionaire. I love a millionaire. Stretching out my bones, a million miles from home. Lust corrodes my body. I've lost count of my lovers, but I can count my money forever and forever. I love a millionaire. I love a millionaire. I love a millionaire. I love a millionaire.
It's all about the money.
Dreaming of a creature who is too pale and large to stand, and only feels the terror on his vain flight from earth. Lust corrodes my body. I've lost count of my lovers, but I can count my money forever and forever. I love a millionaire. 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 I love a millionaire.
It's all about the money.
Loving the Millionaires here in our wonderful late-stage neoliberal capitalist world with the Mekons, getting this edition of It's All Happening off to its enriching start. I'm Andy Valeri, welcoming you and thanking you for tuning in and making this program part of the soundtrack of your day. We're here for the hour over your amplified radio airwaves and internet digistreams, though wartime restrictions may apply in your area, delivering radio for the real freedom agenda. No AI or algorithmic playlists involved, just music by humans, and for our humanity. we've got lots of grooves ahead, featuring the old and the new, the pop and the rock, the rough and the smooth. So let's turn it on and turn it up as we jump into the musical sounds of our world, a world where
it's all happening.
In a few years to stand only one step away from global domination.
It was brutal, perverted, had to be destroyed at a terrible cost. Why that example?
Your whole Earth history is made up of men seeking absolute power.
Welcome to the end of everyone. Where are you gonna be tonight?
fascism has to be stopped. It's unleashing the worst in the nation. I just need to say that. Okay, welcome to the resistance.
Jerry Lewis movie, but we ran it 3 reels at once, so we watched it 1/3 the normal time.
You drew the wrong conclusion from history. The problem with the Nazis wasn't simply that their leaders were evil, psychotic men. They were. But the main problem, I think, was the leader principle.
You're listening to It's All Happening, your audiophonic Robin Hood of our attention economy. Delivering cultural antidote to the exploitative influences of our corporatized world. Brought to you by your friends at Big Beef Productions and Strategic Air Command. For more information on the program, feel free to visit us at bigbeef.com. Stay tuned, as there is much more to come.
Catching the gist with the handout cash, no parents to toast us. No one calls when I'm chewing the paint chips. Eyes on me, cause my flow like King's Speech. High speed, slow boat, birth the ozone. Flowers, powers, rap some cowards. Every day of the week, every day of the week. Got my neck and read, feeling sweet, okay, sing it. Double fuzz, poetic breath, it's opiate fresh. Desktop friendship, quality conquest. High top, flat feet, white noise, color bars, lost hints, fingerprints, daytime, no shine. They're listening in, inquisitioning in, repositioning in. Bad trick casing. High class, give me the slip, grabbing the kiss. Moon swing, nothing to see, ricochet, yeah. I'd like to thank the Academy, give it to me, give it to me. High class,
Hear me.
I suggest we leave and let our Fuhrer rest.
We were betrayed by a self-seeking adventurer who has led us all to the very brink of disaster.
Idol toying, worship the whore. Forbidden was bidden, kissed into more. Indolent minds, broken rules. The grey land is falling, laugh at the fools. We have joy.
The excitement that we're seeing around this campaign.
The joy of her laughter in her life. We're fighting for joy! Somebody say joy!
Joy! Joy! Joy!
With faith in each other and joy in our hearts.
With energy, with passion, and with joy. We need the president of joy.
And let us choose joy!
Political language is designed to make lies sound truthful.
The love in the air, I've never seen anything like it.
And murder respectable. Freedom is slavery. War is peace. Ignorance is strength. Totalitarianism, if not fought against, could triumph anywhere. Do you begin to see then what kind of world we are creating?
Madness bred with malicious intent. Got the finger
if Snowden has revealed anything about the NSA, it is how little technology there is, how incompetent it is. So, if you have an intelligence agency where someone is downloading all the files, and it doesn't raise any suspicions whatsoever. I mean, this is much more like the Keystone Cops than Big Brother. And so we've had a world where there's been not very much privacy, but not very much security either. And I think that I think we could try to have more of both.
Is Palantir moving from Keystone Cops to Orwellian? Is that the idea?
No, we get Orwellian because of the Keystone Cops, because they know they're incompetent. They have to always do more and more. So you just have to hoover up all the data in the whole world because you have no idea what you're doing.
Sally go round the roses. Sally go round the roses. And all the roses, they can't hurt you. And all the roses, they can't hurt you. Sally, don't you go downtown. Sally, don't you go downtown. 'Cause the saddest thing in the whole wide world, see a baby with another girl. Oh. Sally, go round the roses. Sally, go round the roses. And all the roses, they can't hurt you. And all the roses, they can't hurt you. Sally, don't you go downtown. Sally, don't you go downtown. 'Cause the saddest thing in the whole wide world is see a baby with another girl. Oh.
Just liven things up a little bit. Okay, we're back again in Middle America. The sound suddenly transformed.
CIA, right? How does the CIA come to exist? So basically the precursor to the CIA are, it's the OSS, and it's all Wall Street bankers. And some of the most notorious early heads of the CIA, like the Dulles brothers, were Wall Street lawyers. And the early coups of the CIA were all done on behalf of U.S. corporations. Right.
I think it's really important to understand that there are lots of conspiracies conspiracy means a group of people get together to commit a crime, to violate international law. This is pervasive. The idea that conspiracy theory is somehow per se on the fringe or ludicrous is a wrong understanding. Our government commits conspiracies all the time. We violate international law all the time, and every time we do, it's a conspiracy per se, because it's not the action of one person, it's the action of a group of people who are violating international law. Now, who peddles in the idea that conspiracy theorists or believers in conspiracy theory are nuts? Well, people who commit conspiracies. The U.S. government wants us to believe that if you believe in a conspiracy, you're on the fringe or over the fringe. But the U.S. government patently commits conspiracies all the time. What do you think the CIA does for a living in its operations side? It overthrows governments. It tries to overthrow governments. Those are conspiracies. That's not fringe. That's horror.
And in some places around the still free world, some people believe them.
Luckily, since the war is for your mind, that means you have home court advantage. All you need to do to effectively fight back is pay attention. Pay attention to what you consume. Does it serve you? Does it help you grow? Does it keep you sharp? Does it mean you well? Or does it hurt you and take advantage of you? Does it dull you and slow you down? Does it lull you into apathy and emptiness disguised as comfort and convenience?
Why do you think we are incapable of imagining, conceiving of an alternative political, social system or reality?
That's a very good question. No one knows.
Look, we can do better now. Collectively, as a world, we have the infrastructure, we have the resources, we have the technology, we can communicate, we can learn from our past. But in order to do that, in order to make the world better, we have to start letting go of old fake stories that make us feel good in order to embrace real, tangible future progress.
Third Mind amplifying the groove here. The band, a kind of supergroup formed originally by Dave Alvin and Victor Krummenacher and featuring some of the best musical talents around. And here they're live on stage, elevating their style of Americana-ish rock, like some kind of Miles Davis jam session mixed with the Grateful Dead and just about a little bit of everything else. And speaking of everything else, we've also heard everything from Dayton, Ohio's We Scholars to some classic Killing Joke to Sego, a band hailing originally from Utah, who I was first turned on to, hearing them featured on a compilation from the Vinyl Moon label. Just some of the varied musical experiences you'll traverse right here, where it's all happening each week from your friends at Big Beef Productions. For more information on the program, including complete playlists for the music and sounds you hear on it, please visit the It's All Happening website at bigbeef.com. We've got much more to amplify ahead, so keep those radio and internet dials tuned right here where
It's All Happening.
Sally go round the roses. Sally go round the roses. And all the roses, they can't hurt you.
planet fragmented, divided, took lesson from Earth history.
But why Nazi Germany? You studied history, you knew what the Nazis were.
Only one evil man. Melakon is a traitor to his own people and all that we stand
for. They're not speaking for you, and they aren't speaking for me, the representatives. They're speaking for Arco, for Mobil Oil, for Northrop, for Boeing, for all the people that sent them to Washington. They have been put there by the rich, and this is a country of the rich, for the rich, and by the rich. That you have a society that is constantly at war with everybody on earth, doesn't give a goddamn about the people who live in the society, doesn't give a goddamn about education.
The American media has been tightly controlled by a handful of corporations whose main task since 1945 was to terrify Americans into believing that the Russians were coming, and so we needed ever more missiles and nuclear warheads and submarines. They have had decades to create a false reality for a citizenry largely uneducated by public schools that teach conformity with an occasional advanced degree in consumerism. At first, it worked. Then Melakon began to take over his
gave me the drug.
This is the best time of the day, the dawn, the final cleansing breath, unsullied yet by acrid fume or desk cacophony, the rank refuse of unchained ambition. And pray deny me not, but know me now. Your faithful retainer stands resolute to serve his liege lord without recompense, perchance to fall and perish namelessly. No flag-draped bier or muffled drum to set the cadence for a final dress parade. But it was not always thus. Remember, once you worshipped me and named me a god in many tongues and made offering lest I exact too terrible a tribute. Decrepit now, and my time grows short. There are no honorable phrase to join, only mean death dealt out in dibs and dabs, or horror unleashed from across oceans. Assail me not with noble policy, for I care not at all for platitude, and surrender such tedious detail to greater minds than mine, and nimbler tongues, singular in their purpose and resolve, and presuming to speak for every man.
Generals told us it was about terror, about justice, about 9/11. Lies piled high. Reality was Washington and Wall Street wanted resources, control, leverage, and profit. Iraq's oil fields slid straight into the hands of Western companies, while Afghan dirt got mapped for copper, gold, and rare earths. Battle buddies came home in caskets or wheelchairs, while billionaires built fortunes off sweat and trauma. No flag can cover what we were used for.
Oh, for another time, a distant field, and there a mortal warrior's lonely grave. But duty charges me remain until the end, the last battle of the last war. Until that morrow, render unto me that which is mine, my stipend well deserved, the fairest flower of your progeny, your sons, your daughters, your hopes and your dreams, the cruel consequence of your conceit.
If Wall Street and the rich thought poverty was bad, they'd get rid of it. If they really thought it was not good for them, right? They have the means to get rid of it. They would get rid of it. But they don't. They need it. They need this large, half the country living in anxiety and fear.
It's getting scary outside. I sit indoors and watch the TV, feeling barely alive. Can't afford to feed ourselves, but they're feeding us lies. No money in the bank, but you see the food bank line. The lines around the block, horror shocking to find. I can't afford my weekly shopping, cause the costs on the rise. The road is long, I missed the turn, it's a sign of the times. Kids smiling on the news as if everything's fine. There's a major malfunction, how's this whole thing wired? I got some priors on my name, they said I can't get hired. I watch the BBC's lies, think I'm losing my mind. Hooray, it's 2025, get a job in the mines. Yeah, it's a sick, sad world. 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 isn't his. Take a life or take some innocence, the jury acquits. Nobody's safe, these sickos even target women and kids. The bad apple leaves a sour taste. The remedy is to cut the whole tree down. If not now, then when? It happens again and again, then again and again. Relying on reform, you see how much money they spend and still lying when their colleague puts a life to an end. Yeah, it's a sick, sad world. 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 It's a sick, sad world. Yeah, it's a sick, sad world. Yeah, it's a sick, sad world.
Once a country is habituated to liars, it takes generations to bring the truth back.
While we raise them to be so old, the floor, I won't be told. You'd have your reservations on bought and sold. I'll face the music, I'll face the facts. Even when we walk in polka dots and checker slacks, bowing and squawking, running after tidbits, bobbing and squinting, just like a nitwit. Two little will fight it out until one little Hitler does the other ones. Will I will return, I will not burn. Down in the basement, I need my head examined, I need my eyes excited. I'd like to join the party, but I was not invited. You make a member of me, I'll be delighted. You might drown. Dirty words with dirty minds written in a toilet town. Got me a Valentine, she's a smooth operator. It's all so calculated, she's got a calculator. She's my soft-touch typewriter, and I'm a great dictator. Two little Hitlers will fight it out until one little Hitler does the other ones. Will I will return.
Gentlemen, we've just been through one civil war. Let's not start another.
You've been listening to It's All Happening, your weekly sonic venture into our world through music. I'm Andy Valeri, producer and host, thanking you for tuning in and making It's All Happening part of the soundtrack of your day. It's All Happening is produced by Big Beef Productions and is a proud participant in the Cultural Liberation Front. For more on the program, including playlists, links to the information you've heard on it, how and where to listen to this and previous episodes of the program, and more, please visit our website at bigbeef.com. And when you're there, feel free to sign up on our mailing list for regular updates on new shows and when and where they drop. You can follow and share It's All Happening via various social media platforms and can contact us directly by email at radio@bigbeef.com. Thanks for listening, and big thanks to all the community-oriented radio stations that make this program available to you over your airwaves. Take care, everyone. Be well and look out for one another here amidst our world of con artists always ready to sell us on the latest and greatest of already broken promises. And tune in again next week for more of your musical infusion of groove served up as antidote to the seemingly insatiable forces of evil uncool that sometimes seem all too unaccountable in this challenging world of ours. A world in which
it's all happening.
It's all happening.
14 years have gone by since 4 governments shook hands on a war on East Timor. A population has died. They turned a blind eye on genocide on East Timor. A TV crew of 5 trusted a flag to survive. Didn't get out alive from East Timor. Decent men doing their job, betrayed by the run to a blood-crazed, thirsty mob with a license to mutilate, rape and rob on East Timor. A small country is no more, invaded by order of the powers that be, integrated involuntarily. That don't seem right to me. Where there's financial gain, government knows no shame. It was done in our name for the oil on East Timor. They say there was no war on East Timor. They say there was no war on East Timor. There was a bloody war.
Now we have a totalitarian government. And the totalitarian government wants to watch everybody, total surveillance of everyone. They listen to the telephone conversations. They look at your credit cards. They look where you travel. We are totally policed. This is contrary to everything in our Constitution. And I complain about the United States not being Athens. I certainly say we're a very good Roman Republic. And the lies are based upon the most advanced techniques of advertising, which is the only art form my country has ever created, the television commercial. We sell soap and presidents in the same factory.
Freedom of information is a fundamental human right and the touchstone of all the freedoms to which the United Nations is consecrated. We welcome the view of others. We seek a free flow of information across national boundaries and oceans, across iron curtains and stone walls. We are not afraid to entrust the American people with unpleasant facts, foreign ideas, alien philosophies, and competitive values. For a nation that is afraid to let its people judge the truth and false in an open market is a nation that is afraid of its people.
The preceding program has been a presentation of Strategic Air Command, a proud subsidiary of Big Beef Productions.